Okay, so we need to determine who goes first. Break out a die here. I rolled a 12.
16.
18.
Okay, so you go first on. The first thing to do is just deploy one of your troops to any of the starting sites. So we're only going to play on the middle board and the right of the board, not on the left, because we're only 3. And so one of your troops can go into any of the black starting areas that doesn't have someone else's first.
Right, okay. And the troops are in the bag, right? Yeah.
Yes, correct. Guys that are out are your spies.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Mantle Dareth.
Okay, and Kopo, you get to choose next.
Middle and right, you said?
Yeah, the middle, anywhere where there's white guys, like the far left of the out. If I could delete it, I would. Okay, and then I will go here. Okay, and then shuffle your minion deck and draw 5 cards, and you start.
Okay, I start?
Yep.
Okay, and there's 2 currencies, right? There's
Yeah.
like intrigue or something?
Influence and the other one.
Power or something, maybe?
Yeah, power, right.
Okay,
And it tells you on your board what power can do, and influence is obviously just used to buy.
Thank you. Okay, so I just have 3 influence and 2 power. So I can use 2 power to deploy 2 troops, it looks like.
Yep.
And influence, is it the top right?
The cost of the card is, yes, the top right.
So I could buy a house guard as well as anything at the top.
Yeah, so House Guard and Priestess of Lolth are like generic ones in Clank as well.
Right, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll just take the house guard, I guess. Really remember. And then 2 troops. And then what's the rule about influence? Like in an area or dominance or whatever?
Yeah, I need a second for that. Should have
Okay, for
reread
now
the rules.
I'll just deploy them to where my other guy is. It's fine.
Basically, if you have, yeah. Uh, you control a site when there are more troops of your color there than troops of any other single color. Just majority rules, basically.
And when you control a site, how does it affect like the gameplay right now? Is it, or is that just for the end? I'm trying to remember.
Only on the big cities with the circles.
Yeah. Okay.
Those get you that token that gives you basically a bonus currency.
Mhm.
And if you have full control, I think it flips over and you get extra victory.
Okay.
But you need to have like basically filled every spot on that place to have total control. Okay. So did you go yet,
Okay.
hun?
Yeah, she went.
Okay.
Um. I'll grab this host card. Oh, I have to play my hand, eh? Is there a quick way to play your hand, or you just drag it out?
No, unfortunately not. I think you just gotta kind of drag them out. Not as snazzy as that one clank.
If you play them on this wood, you can just kind of select them all and play them.
Oh, I just drag them all out to here. All right. So I bought a host guard for 3. And I am going to deploy 2 troops. So for killing other, guys, how do we kill like another guy that's like adjacent, like one of these white guys? Like say I want to go and get rid of an unaligned troop. Do I have to assassinate them, or there's a cheaper way to do it, right?
So the way to do it at the start of the game is strictly assassination. But on some of the cards you can get, there will be a supplant a troop, which basically lets you replace that troop with one of your guys.
That's the one that I was trying to remember. Okay, supplant.
But that's only on cards like that give you that.
But I just remembered that there was a cheaper way to do it, so it's supplant. That's it.
So I'm pretty simple. I can deploy 1 troop and then buy something worth 4. Okay. What do we got? Holy, Banshee's kind of sick. Take that.
Rude.
That's my turn.
Okay, I got same thing. 1 power and 4 spider webs. So I can just what was the ruler on assassinating?
So assassination costs 3 power, which you don't have, but you can
Sure.
also supplant a troop if you have like a card that lets you.
Okay, and I guess I don't, right? Because I've only got basic cards.
Or like Quagoth, but you can't afford them, can assassinate 1 white troop for each site you can. Holy sh!
But I can like put a guy on a road between my cities, right?
Yeah,
Between
that
places.
counts as having presence. If it's beside where one of your guys is, that counts. Put a guy there.
Okay.
Or interface with that.
Okay, and then I got 4 power. So the carrion crawler, for example, I have to do both. I get 3 power, and then I have to devour a card on the market and put this back.
For the
That's honestly a good
oh,
question.
no, that's the one. Yeah, so you basically, yeah, you replace one of the cards in the market with that one, and then somebody else gets another shot to buy it.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then the skeletal horde, it's an option. So I deploy 2 troops, or I devour this card and deploy 3.
Yeah, and you can you devour just at any time you want, like when it's your turn.
So Devour is a special card ability. Not seeing rules about carrion crawler, but give me a minute. I feel like we've looked this up before, but I can't find the answer. A bit. It says under play. Okay, here it is. Yeah, you must do everything on the card. Only when it tells you to pay a cost does it actually is it optional. Not pay the cost, but still. But anything else that doesn't have a cost, like carrion crawler would, you'd have to do everything.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. I have 2 power. Couple troops.
Oh, what the fuck?
Up.
So it said I had 20 there. I was wondering what happened. It said I had 20 cards, which
What
is
did you?
wait,
Oh, you took the whole Priestess of the Wolf deck.
fuck.
Don't put cards back on it.
Well, there's some of my cards in there. There's some of my. That's my.
Yeah, just let me. I'll do the search thing. Hold on.
Okay, sorry. I wasn't aware that that was a stack of cards. I thought it was just a single card.
You should have one of these.
I purchased a house guard last turn and a priestess of wealth this turn. So yeah.
Okay, so these 7 cards are yours.
That sounds right. Thanks.
Okay, so I've placed my 2 troops. And then I get 3 influence. I'll just buy a house guard.
Okay, I've got 1 power and 5 influence, so I'll buy a Quagoth. And put out 1 troop. That's me.
Okay. Did you say you got Qui-Gon?
Quagoth, yeah.
I got Jin.
Am I saying it wrong? Are you guys teasing me?
It just sounds like Qui-Gon Jinn.
It's the one that lets me assassinate stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. It sounds great.
Okay, so I have to devour a card in the market. Jeez. Well, I'm gonna devour this Grimlock card. Oh, hey, sorry. Are you putting that out?
No,
The game just does it.
Okay.
Yeah, the game is scripted. Every time you move a card out of here, it tries to auto refresh.
I got 6 and I got 2. You know what? That's the Priestess of Lolth. And I've got 6 cards to deal with. 6 cards to deal with. So when I assassinate, I don't replace with one of my guys. They're just gone, right?
Yeah, they're just dead.
But I get to keep them.
Yes, keep it as a scoring thing.
All right, and I've got 3 more, so I'm going to put 1 guy here. One guy here. And I can put a guy here if it's unoccupied, right?
Yep, you don't have control yet, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I have 1 soldier. I will deploy a troop. Then I have 4 influence. I think this intellect devourer looks nice. That is me. Came out brainwashed slave. Just want to read one more thing in the rules here about promoting your cards. Oh right, you can't do the promotion until you card lets.
What's this recruit up to 2 cards on the Conjurer? Recruit up to 2 cards that each cost 3 or less without paying its cost. So that's like, okay, recruiting it from this the market.
Yeah, buying them basically. Can't hear you, honey.
Sorry. I placed one troop and then I used 3 power to assassinate a different one. And then I've got a skeletal horde will let me deploy 2 troops. We'll do that. And 1 influence. I will buy the only one I can.
Honestly, I think that's guy's pretty decent for one.
Deploy a troop if an opponent causes. Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, so I'm going to use my 3-1 to buy this. Oh, sorry, I haven't shown my cards. One to buy this white, and then my other 2 attacks. I'm going to a troop here, troop here. That's me.
You don't have a spy out yet?
Not
I don't.
me.
Well, I
Is
think
there-
you started putting out spies instead of troops there.
I should have 5 what?
Spies. You guys here are spies. Troops come
Yeah.
from the bag.
Oh, you. And I knew that. I just made a mistake.
Yeah, because the spies are specifically important because I think you can put them anywhere,
Yeah.
even if a place is full, just to give yourself some presence there. And they interact
So can
funnily.
you not? Yeah, I think you can't put it on on like a space. Like
Yeah,
it
right.
goes up.
It sits like on the corner of the space or something.
Mhm.
Place it near the name of the site, not on one of the troop spaces. You don't need to have presence to place a spy there. Any number of players can have spies at a single site. Okay, cool. Helps. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do. Play a soldier and a house guard. Gives me enough power to assassinate a troop. Then I will play my Banshee, which lets me place a spy. Put one over there. The second part of her card doesn't apply because neither of you have spies out yet. Then finally I have 2 influence. Take a priestess of Lolth.
Okay. And sorry, I think you said because there's a cost, which is devour this card, I don't have to do the second part, right?
Correct. Anytime that triangle is there, that is an optional thing.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll deploy 2 troops. I will put 1 over here and 1 over here. Actually, maybe here. And then I've got 4 influence. I'll take a brainwashed slave because that seems sweet. And by that I mean it seems horrible, but all right. And that is me.
All right. I have my 6 influence, so I'm going to grab that Litharid card. And
That's like
then,
Lovecraftian.
yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
so
very
one of the half decks,
ooey.
one of the half decks I put in is all the Aberrations. A lot of them take Lovecraft influence. Playing with Aberrations and Undead. Alright, my turn is pretty simple. I have 1 soldier, so I put out a troop. Then 4 influence. Another Banshee I don't think is... That's a dick. Okay, I'm gonna take the Mind Witness. Sacrifice 1 of my influence. That seems like a cool card.
Okay, I will play soldier and put out 1 troop. How do we define control again?
You just have to have the most there compared to another color.
And if I'm tied with white, it doesn't count as control.
No one has control.
If you have 1 there and there's no white, does that count as control for you?
Yes.
Deploy another troop. I play Quaggoth, assassinate 1 white troop for each site you control, which is actually just 1. Sadness. I will assassinate Blinged in Fire, white soldier. And then I've got 3 power, or whatever that is.
Influence.
Thank you, influence. I'll get a white. And that is my turn, I think.
Oh my god, Mummy Lord is an asshole.
That is, the art's awesome.
Yeah, I really want to get a copy of this. A hard copy. This game's great.
Use 2 times. That is a bullshit card for sure.
I didn't even see the choose 2 times part. I thought it was just the 2 dots.
No, it's a fucking garbage card. Garbage people.
I take it you're buying it?
I cannot afford it.
Garbage card for rich assholes.
Yeah. I'll grab this and I will assassinate this person here.
Okay. Speaking of garbage card for rich assholes, I will choose 3 influence from my intellect devourer, 2 influence from my priestess of Lolth, 1 influence from my noble to have 6. Take myself a mummy lord.
Rude.
Oh,
Cloaker came out. Alright, see, I like that one. I think that binds with the Banshee quite well. And then I have 2 soldiers, 2 power. Means just deploying 2 troops. That's me.
My turn is really boring. Oh, come on. Wait, so I've got 4 power and 2 influence. I'll use 3 power to assassinate this one. And 1 power to put this one out.
So that means you took control of Menzo Baranzan, which means you get that token, and you can use that influence.
Ooh, thank you. So that gives me, so it's all my power and I get 3 influence. Thank you for letting me know about that. What is Jewel?
It was a bit of a dick.
Each opponent has a troop at that spy site. More than 3 cards must discard a card. Oh yeah, it's just like an attack card.
Like,
Sure.
everyone's always gonna have more than 3 cards, unless discard becomes like a massive thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually maybe just gonna get a house guard. Okay. That's me.
so if I take control of this right now, and I get that control token, can I use it on this turn?
Yes. Just
That's
the
what I'm
one
going.
influence, yeah.
Yeah. So
And every subsequent turn.
yeah.
Like, you have control now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
you
got
just
control.
did it. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so that brings me to 5. So I will get the conjurer.
Like these things that play with spy.
Yeah, I feel like this is turning into a spy heavy game right out of the gate.
Yeah, speaking of which, place a spy. Banshee, which I literally have to do. I'm gonna place it on my own place. So like, until you guys start placing spies, I don't get bonus. I also have 2 power. Fortunately, only. But I can take control of Skullport. That. And then I have 4 influence. I want this cloaker. And it's a priestess of Lol.
Okay, my Quaggoth came out, so I can assassinate 1 white troop for each place I control, which is now 3. Better than before. So 1, 2, 3. And then I've got 1 power that I will use to deploy a troop here. And 4 influence. How's that Banshee going for you?
Till you guys
Sweet,
start,
right?
till you guys start playing spines, don't do shit.
Cool. Happy we had that talk.
Hmm.
That's me.
All right. I've got the Uatharid one this turn. So first things first, I am going to which one was I going to? I'm going to assassinate this troop here. Gone. And then I am going to do the puppeteer.
Can't do the puppet.
With the oh shoot, because it's 5. Sorry, my bad. I need to do 4 less. Let's actually choose one. Okay, so I'm going to do the Gauth one, which gives me I'm going to do the 2 whatever influence, and then devour that card. So this guy gets devoured. Oh, fuck.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay. And I will buy the ambassador with what that gave me.
Shit. Faster look like this. Mummy Lord. I'm gonna assassinate 2 white troops. Then I have 2 soldiers. So I'm gonna deploy 2 troops. Take total control over whatever the fuck that's called.
Senvilik?
I have 3 influence now. Oh, a new ambassador came out. I will buy the ambassador. And as a fun thing, because I have total control, I get 1 victory point. And then that's it.
Okay, I can deploy 5 troops. 1.
Oh, I see.
2. 3. 4. 5. Cause what?
It's like, why would you deploy 5 troops instead of assassinating? But it's because you only have 2 power and the rest are actual just deploy.
Yes, that is accurate. Our whole market's gonna fill up with these crawler guys.
Yeah, I do not like them.
Um, I'll get a wraith, I guess.
All right. Well, apologies in advance, but I've got 7 influence. I am an influential bitch right now, and I'm going to buy the super asshole card here that I saw, and I was like, that is an asshole card.
What the hell?
And then I'm going to deploy 2 troops.
Okay. First, I think I. Yeah. First, I'm gonna assassinate a troop. There's a lot more text on there, but it's only if I assassinate a player's troop, so got it. Oh, I don't get to do that yet, but I will, because I'm one soldier. And then I have essentially 5 influence. Puppeteer. Please.
Interesting.
Oh, just a reminder to everyone, because I didn't realize. The end of the game triggers when a player deploys his or her last remaining troop, not necessarily spy, the bag of troops, or when the market deck becomes empty. Oh, I had 6. I didn't want anything anyway, but I still get a victory point.
Okay, I can assassinate and then place. So I'm gonna assassinate that one and place my own to get full control. Oops. Full control over Menzo Baranzan, which gets me 2 victory points as well as my influence. That's sweet. So that's 4 influence total and 2 victory points. Ogre Zombie, what is up? Oops. And then the victory points come from those bags at the top?
At the end of the game, though, it's
No, it's
or
every turn. If you
what's that?
if you have a thing that like the total control, it generates a victory point every turn that you can retain total control, or
Oh,
however
wow.
many it says. So for her, it's 2. For me, it's 1. Right there. I don't know if we've played like that in the past, but it's literally right there on the player board. Gain VP for your site control markers every turn.
Right.
I will grab one of these. It's not the guy. And this white. And oh, it's a troop.
Nothic, we fought those.
We did. We ignored them, I think.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Okay, so I have 4 influence. I'm gonna take a vampire, whatever this was called, and a priestess of Lolth. I'm going to play the ambassador, which says at the end of turn, promote another card you played this turn. So I'm just gonna promote my noble. It's gone. You guys still haven't played any spies yet, huh?
I have not.
I will play a spy to here. Whatever it's called, that other city. And then I can play 1 troop. That's me.
So we're gonna use Brainwashed Slave to play a spy over here in Aramaisos. Aren't you mad? All right. Supplanting a troop is taking away 1 and putting another in its place, right?
Yes.
Can I do that with one of these cards? Like if I devour one of those that I played before I use the influence?
Yeah, devour a card in your hand implies that it's before you play it. Not get the.
Okay, that's fine. So I just put it here if it's dead?
Well, don't put it there because. Never mind. This is not normal board game. Yeah, you can put it there. Like we'll have to find the starter deck card again later. No, we won't. It's all digital.
That's hilarious. Okay, so then I get to supplant a troop. So I will do that at Aramaisos because I've got presence there now. And then I've got 3 influence. I'll get the Minotaur skeleton. And and then I get my 2 victory points.
Forgot to take my victory point from.
Wow.
I'm going to assassinate one of these troops. And then I've got 5 to work with here. I will get a tool and a priestess of Lolth.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. Uno momento, because we gotta figure this out now.
Figure what out? Whether you're allowed to place more than one spy
Nope. You are allowed to place more than one.
at the same location.
No, not at the same location. Okay, sorry. So my first play is my cloaker. I place a spy. Then, if I want to return one of my spies, I may assassinate a troop at that spy's site.
Choose one.
Oh, it's choose one. Okay, that's fine with me. I'm doing this in the wrong order. Wanted to do this one. Mind Witness. Assassinate a troop. If that troop belonged to another player and they have more than 3 cards, they must discard a card. Bye, blue. You need to discard a card. What I was looking up is what are the rules for discarding a card, and it is you get to choose. Okay, now I will choose one. I will return one of my spies from whatever that place is called. And I also get to assassinate a troop. Then I will deploy a troop. Here, I guess. And then I have 2 influence. 3 influence, sorry. Alright, I'm taking a house guard though. And I get a victory point.
Okay. So, I'll deploy a troop. I'll put another one where I had it before. The Banshee lets me place a spy, and if another spy is there, I get 3 more power. I guess I'll go over here. So that gives me 5 power total. So 3 I will use to assassinate. And 2 more I will use to deploy troops. And gain control of Aberrations. And that gives me 4 influence. Take the Umber Hulk. And I get 2 victory points.
Sorry. Okay. So I've got kind of a weird turn here. I'm going to use Uatharid, play a card in the market that costs 4 or less. If we're in your hand, then devour that card. I'm going to do that with Tool. Place a spy. Each opponent who has a troop at that spy site and more than 3 cards must discard a card. I am going to place my spy right here so that both of you guys have to discard a card, I think.
No, we don't have troops there. We just have spies there.
Oh, is that not what it was? Sorry.
Troop is the minions.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Well, then I'm going to put it here at blue.
So I need to just discard a card?
So you need to discard a card, and I think because you don't have full control of this, you lose your victory point. Your recurring victory point thing.
Oh, is that is for a spy as well?
What's that? It's because you don't have full control, right? Is that am I?
Because you
Am I
placed
right?
a spy there,
Yeah.
but I still have the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to use my white to devour a card in my hand. I'm going to devour this noble to supplant a troop, which I am going to supplant this one here, which gives me that card. And then I am going to place another spy over here in Colin's house so that he doesn't get the full thing. I've got 3.
Another noble in the devoured part here.
I put that there. Remember, you were saying you were mad because you'd have to clean it up later?
No, there's 2 nobles there now. You put one there, but now there's a second one. Second one.
Inside of this the devoured pile.
Yeah, like why is there a second noble there? I understand Elizabeth was devoured.
Oh, I just put one there.
Pourquoi?
I devoured one of my own cards to supplant a troop.
Oh, okay. Busy strategizing. Okay, I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 influence. 2 from Puppeteer, who also promotes a card. 3 from Nobles, so one of those nobles is promoted from my Priestess of Wool. And 1 from my control of the city, but now not total control. So with 8, definitely taking the fucking Death Knight. I guess a priest. Hold on. Okay, Priestess of Lolth. Very non-aggressive round for me. Be right back.
Okay. I can play. I'll deploy 2 troops. Two more power just lets me deploy two more. Actually, hold on. I'm not gonna do the power yet. Because I can do my wraith. So I place a spy and then I can devour this card to assassinate a troop at that location. So I'll place a spy. And I'll place it here. No, I'll place it over here. And then I am gonna devour that to assassinate your troop. And then I'll use my 2 power and put a troop down. Actually, I'll put both down. Which I think gives me that token.
It does give you that token. Yeah. You jerk.
So that was my power, and then I've got 4 influence I can spend. I will take the Devourer. Intellect Devourer. That's me.
Well, that made one of my decisions much easier.
Uh-oh. Shit.
So this Lich one, place a spy. If another player's troop is at that site, take up to 2 troops from their trophy hall and deploy them. So I'm going to place one here, and I'm going to deploy one of my troops. Whereabouts do I want to? And I'm going to deploy one of the white troops here. Can't move. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go and play. Let's see. There's one troop there. Sorry, that was this guy. Place a spy. Return one of your spies. Where do I have spies? I am going to return my spy here to draw a, oh shit, where did it go? Sorry, I need to draw a card. Each opponent with more than 3 cards must discard a card.
Okay.
Oh, and I get another soldier as my. I've got 3 to work with here. Sure, I'll do this. All right, that's my turn except for the ambassador, which lets me promote another card that I played this turn. I'm going to promote this soldier.
shit. Look at that card. I don't have enough to buy it. Death Tyrant.
Jesus.
Holy, that's awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna play a soldier and a house guard, which gives me 3 power, which gives me enough power to remove Opo's Dirty Spy from my town, giving me total control back. And then with my intellect devour for 3, influence noble for 1, and my control token I have 5, so I'm gonna take this next. And a victory point.
Did you assassinate a spy?
No, it 3 power lets you return an enemy spy. You can't kill a spy. He just gets it back. It's not deployed.
Gotcha, okay. I can assassinate the unaligned troops. I control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places.
Okay, that card turned out to be just.
That's 7. I'll count it though. Yeah, 7. I'll use my power to put 1 guy out. So now I've got total control of Aromysos.
3 VP? What the fuck?
And 5 victory points. Not 7, sadly, but 5 is not bad. By the Revenant. Three VP. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to use the white here. Here, let me get all my cards out there. So and use this white to devour a card in my hand. I'm going to devour this noble and use it to supplant one of these troops here. Does this give me control since she's got the spy? No?
5 for
Control. Makes sense. Okay. So I will use Ulatharid to do the flesh golem. And since I'm devouring him, I get to assassinate a troop as well, right? Because it's the one that lets me play a card in the market that costs 4 or less and then devour it. So I get 2 attack and assassinate. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah.
works out.
Okay. So that's 2 attacks and an assassinate. Plus I'm going to use 2 of the attacks here for my white. So I'm going to do 1 assassination against E's troop there to get this back. And then I get an assassination.
Of control.
Yeah, I also have control. I'm going to assassinate in the middle area.
Dang.
Control 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll just do one passenger.
Okay, I got 2 house guards. So that lets me assassinate 1 person. Pew! And then place a troop. Pew! I will use my necromancer for influence. I have 1 influence, 4 influence, 5 influence, 6 influence. Not quite 7. Gonna take some cranium rats because they just have the dumbest name I've ever heard in my life. And then cultist of McCool and another cloaker. All right, and a victory point. Oh, hold on. My vampire spawn also lets me return another player's troop or spy. So I can only do spy over here, which I don't care about right now, or these troops. So you pick one of your troops. I'm done.
Oh man, he's got 12 troops. That is not a lot inside of her bag.
She's got a bunch of cards that let her deploy. Like you're doing good too, but I've got 24 still in my bag.
Okay, Banshee lets me place a spy. If another spy is at that site, I gain 3 power. So I think I have to go up here. Or I could have gone down here, I guess. Yeah, maybe I'll go down there.
No, you can ignore that.
So you don't have total control over there anymore, right?
No, I don't.
So then, this one lets me deploy 3 troops.
This is why she's almost running out of troops. Ah, fuck off. Filling that place back up again.
Of course I am. It's my place. So that one's done. That's 3, 4 power. This one lets me return one of my spies to get a bunch more power and influence. So I will do that. I will return this one. That one lets me supplant a white troop anywhere on the board. So I will do already got rid of a lot of the ones that are annoying me. But I will supplant that one. That is finished. Okay, and then I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 power and 2 influence and 3 victory points.
Or
How
influence.
many? Pardon?
Or influence.
Yeah, sorry, what did I say?
Not 4.
Yeah, 4 influence. I will get a poker. And a rage. No, I'll get a vampire spawn. So that's my influence, and then 6. I'm just gonna deploy 6 troops.
Fuck, you got 2 troops left. I think the game is like done.
As soon as she finishes, yeah.
Okay. And 3 victory.
He's got ownership of like everything from the middle, like left to the top of the board. Okay, place a spy. Each one who has a troop at that spy's site and more than 3 cards must discard a card. I am going to put one right here. So E, discard a card. Place spy roof. 2 cards that cost 3 or less. I've got 6 points. Jeez. So if I buy cards from the market and it fills it in, can I buy those cards that are being filled in?
I have not been doing that, but it's not because I think that's the rule. I wasn't sure and I was too lazy to look it up, but I can look it up now.
Yeah, if you don't mind. It's relevant to me.
Recruit card. Where is recruit? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. The rule is that you can buy the replacement card. Basically, you're performing an action multiple times. You're allowed to perform it as many times as you want, but every time you buy a card from the market row, it gets replaced. So you can. That's taking the action once, and that now the market row is refilled. You can take the action again, including the new card.
Okay. Okay, so I return one of my spies. I'm going to recruit 2 cards that cost 3 or less. I will do that with the white and the cultist of Mirkul. And I've got 6 points to work with, so I will. Well, that was my whole goal, was to see if a card like that would come out, because I had 6 points and nothing that I really wanted to spend them on.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Death Knight. Supplant a troop. You buy blue, buy blue. No longer have full control. We have spies out. Turn this spy. And as a result of returning that spy, I'm assassinating one of Kopo's. You no longer have control of whatever that place is called.
The
And then I have 5. 5 influence. Conjure came in. And then finally, the end of my turn, promote another card played this turn. I'm actually promoting the Death Knight because I don't think I'll get to use it. That's just the most points I can get. Because Elizabeth's about to end the goddamn game.
I mean, you don't know that. Oh, wait. You just ended your turn. Yeah. Okay, you know that. I mean, if you'd managed to, like, return a bunch of my cards, it might have been different.
And I only have one card that forces someone to discard.
Okay, so assassinate 2 troops. Then if I have 8 or more troops in my trophy hall, I'll promote this card. So I'm gonna assassinate, obviously, Colin's jerk. And who else is annoying? I can't assassinate spies. So I guess I'll assassinate that guy, just because. Then I promote this card. I get to deploy what?
Surprised you didn't use the discard the Grimlock and use that that ability there.
When you force me to,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't read it. And I originally discarded the Noble and then switched it to the Quaggoth because I didn't see the point in assassinating. Wait, do I get victory points for assassinating a bunch of white troops? Maybe
Yeah.
that would have been good.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
But
well, anyway, I made that choice.
Gonna have 0 problems, maybe.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be close.
All right.
Your gigantic mountain of victory points alone looks like it's gonna be enough to get you pretty far.
Great. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I deployed this troop and I deployed one of these troops, but I can't deploy the other one because I just can't. That puts me back to full control over Aramysos. So that gives me 3 victory points total. I don't think cards give you victory points, but I might as well buy a card.
I think only once they're promoted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, and then 3 victory points. Sorry, I'm just double checking that all my guys are out. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so because E was the first player, you get to finish your turn, I get to finish mine.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Okay, my turn is going to be pretty tame. So you get victory points, the number that's associated with this, just for having control, right? For like the cities.
Yeah, so if you control the non-circle places, you just get that number that's on the box of victory points.
All right, so I've got 3 troops to place. I will place them as such. One, two, 4, 5, 6 means nothing. So whatever. Lame turn.
Sorry, I'm talking on mute. First up is Banshee. Place a spy if another player spies at that space. Gain 3 power. So now I have 3 power. I'm going to spend that 3 power to get rid of E's spy off my spot.
It's not your spot. It's just a city.
Giving me total control
Hmm.
for 1 whole victory point. And I'm going to Mummy Lord. I get to choose 2 times. And it's only white troops, so you don't gotta worry about your shit getting. Assassinate this white troop. Gets me victory points. I'll assassinate this one because I don't see a point in. Oh, is it? Stop Copo. But I got no presence there. 2 soldiers, so I can deploy 2 dudes. See me getting any extra points here. I'll just store up senses like something. And then 2 influence. So basically, what's worth the most? At 2 influence. And it's pretty much just the cranium rat. And that is the end of the game. Okay. On as first person, you drag all your victory points and your trophies into the box on the top here. Oh, I get 1 more victory point. Talking on mute.
Sorry. Oh, I just dropped my cards off the table.
They
Oh,
just
there
went
they
back
are.
in your hand.
So stressful.
So I see you as having control over 9, 11, 15, 21, 22, 25 site.
Did you say 25?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Although I can't change those things. Hit launch, I don't know if it works. Scripting error, that's means you're gonna need to count up all your fucking
I had site total. What is the difference between control and total control? Like, what is it a score difference?
Oh, 2 VP for each site under your total control. Okay, so you get the victory point value of each site you control, then 2 victory points for each site under your total control. Add 2 to the victory point that you have under total.
Which is just the 1. Okay. 1, 2.
Which is just the one? You got a whole bunch of them that are under total control, no?
See, that's the thing I'm questioning.
Are each of the victory tokens worth 1?
Yes.
So that's 33. And then I gotta count my hand. And my inner circle. So the inner circle is a little like time thing, right? Like the little clock looking thing.
Yeah, it's the circle.
Okay.
Anywhere you promote, any cards you promote.
And then otherwise you count the card.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, sorry, the right value. So no, yeah, I think Copo's right. You get get 14 extra points for total control of total control for the cities matters during the game, but total control of full sites also still matters. You got 14 extra.
Holy smokes.
Okay, so it's 57 for tokens and victory and my hand and my trophies. And then 25 and then 14. Okay, I will add that, but you guys can go ahead and start scoring yours.
Yeah, that's work. So
Did you tally yours up there?
I counted 96. Wait, what did you get?
56.
I thought you were gonna beat me by 1 or something, and I was gonna be really embarrassed.
No. There was no chance of that. As soon as Colin said, like, that you got like the extra 2 points for everything under full control, no, there was nothing.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was only counting the one big city that I had under full control.
Yeah,
I didn't realize all of them counted, so that's sweet.
Well, especially those ones that are just like the like Chasm Leap Bridge.
Yeah, the little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's even the point of having them as one? I don't know. When it automatically gives you full control, it's worth 3. But I guess just to coincide with the rest of the rules, like.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Got 70, it looks like.
Nice. It's pretty good.
Says from her mountaintop of point.
Yeah. I did good that game.
I really find like this game just always ends so suddenly. Like you realize that it's ending and it's like, gosh, like I feel like we're midway through the game.
I think we play it slightly differently every time. Like I don't think we've ever properly scored, or we've just counted on this fucking machine to score for us. We didn't even realize how much full control mattered or whatever. But yeah, that one felt a bit lucky. Like I feel like you got such good cards at the right time, honey. Like
Well, I was like,
you had like an army of dead dudes.
I was mentally like trying to think of like this, right? Because there was like a lot of cool kind of like mechanisms in this that we never really used. Like there looked like there was a really heavy kind of leaning on discarding of cards and like making opponents discard cards and having defensive cards against that. And I don't think like we never even came into play once.
No, and that actually, yeah, I saw that too. That annoys me because you could see some of the cards be like, if a person makes you discard this, you get something. I'm like, sick, because we're seeing the other cards come out, but nobody's doing the attack discard until too late, and also the spy, like putting out spies and pulling back spies. Yeah. It went too fast. Maybe in a 4-player it would have gone a little bit slower, but
4 uses the whole board, right?
Yeah, it would have used the left side as well.
Yeah, that would have spread us out a little bit more. Like even still, there wasn't a lot of attacking. Like a little bit, but not like a ton.
Also,
there wasn't a lot of fight.
What I think is important is I think this board is set up improperly. For actual setup, I think all of the tokens for controlling the cities are meant to show their victory point value at the start of the game. So you know what's worth fighting over. Because I had no idea that middle city was worth fucking 3 points every turn if you had total control.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I didn't know either, but it was just, that was the convenient one for me to go after, right? Like those were the 2 that were the easiest for me to take. So those are the ones I went for. And I actually thought there were 2 big cities for each of us, but there obviously were not. There were only 5 in total, so.
Yeah. And the ones further out, yeah, both of Copos are only worth 1 each. The one at the top there was worth 2, and then the middle one worth 3.
Yeah, so I really had an advantage that I was so close to those big point ones.
Yeah. So what's the number level for like the whole board? Is it just 3 players you get the middle and the right, and 4 players you get the whole?
3 players you can get the middle on either side. I randomly chose the right because I don't know why. I just chose the right. 4 players you get the whole board. 2 players you only play in the middle. So like they want you to like have conflict, but
well, I felt like there was kind of fairly minimal conflict here. Like, it would have been pretty interesting to have 3 players in the middle of the board, but
Oh man, Jesus. That would have been fucking Super Smash Brothers.
And it would have
exactly.
taken so long because there wouldn't have been an easy way to get all of your troops out.
Well,
You know,
no,
there's
your
just
troops would still be out, but then they'd start going into people's trophy halls, not back in your bag, right? Like, your bag's still depleting. So.
right. But the only reason I could get them out so fast is that there was like uncontested spaces. I could
Yeah.
just fill all the roads.
I don't know if that it's an equal amount of space between the right and the left side. I'm gonna assume it is, but maybe not. Like, there's a big 6 stack over here that is mirrored on the left side. Maybe left side is a bit more fighty. Oh. Oh no, because oh no, yeah, right side looks like it has a lot more spaces.
And then what about the point values for those cities? Are those higher value or?
I'm gonna guess they're both 1.
Okay.
I think it's 1 all the way around, except for the top one here is 2, and then the middle one's 3. Yeah, I still really like this game. I'd like to get a hard copy of it.
Yeah,
I think it's neat.
Well, especially like how much the strategy changes between decks. It's like the game is completely different
Yeah,
every time you play it.
the replayability is super good, and I bet you could find. I've never looked it up, but I bet you if you looked up what's the best combo of decks to play Tyrants of the Underdark for, and there'd be a lot of opinions out there, and it'd be fun to play what everybody. I've just been choosing them at random. So.